I am aware of my interconnectedness to all things. Hey, friends, welcome to From the Ground to the Crown, a podcast community where we grow with intention, elevate our mindset, and step into the highest versions of ourselves unapologetically. I'm your girl, your host, Kenesha B. And y'all, today is the season finale. Season 1 is officially complete. We are 31 episodes in the game, y'all. I cannot believe it. I'm truly celebrating and clapping for myself today. Who would have thought that something that started out as a thought would create this whole community? I'm really, really just grateful that you guys have been along this journey with me. So shout out to you. Today is super special. I know these last episodes I've been interviewing other people and bringing other guests on the podcast, but today is super special because I got more than one guest. And you want to stay tuned for this whole episode because we are talking about interconnectedness, how we connect with ourselves, and how our awareness helps us to be more connected in friendships and in relationships, in our present and in our future. Are you ready? Get set. Let's grow. All right, y'all. Today I am joined by Dean, Perla, and Dave. Hey, y'all.
What's going on?
Hello.
This is my first group conversation on this episode. So if you see me smiling from ear to ear, just know that I'm happy. I'm so grateful that you guys are here and we're together doing this episode on being connected. Let me read the affirmation for today and then we'll start our conversation. Okay, y'all. So today's affirmation is from the Hey Friend Hey card deck. Affirmations for a friend. And you can also find these on my website, heyfriendhey.com. The affirmation card says, "It is your connection to all things that support you in living a remarkable life. Friend, your awareness of this connection promotes your compassion and empathy." And the affirmation is, "I am aware of my interconnectedness to all things." Let me lead the conversation with this ism. If the dots don't connect, neither will your relationships. So let's get into it from the start, okay? Speaking of relationships, friendships, let's talk about how we kind of got connected because it's a nice little web here, all right? So y'all know Dean, husband, but Dave and Perla are our married friends who we hang with in Atlanta, our gang. And so, okay, Dean, you want to start off with the connection because you and Dave have known each other the longest.
Yeah, I guess I can start it off.
Okay.
I met Dave 2014, 15 maybe, almost 10 years ago.
Wow.
It was right
So
before I came
cheers
here.
to that friendship.
So
Yep.
we were
Hey, you didn't cheers.
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 Cheers,
Cheers.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a long time.
known each other for a while now. We both was doing the music thing. We crossed paths in LA.
Mhm.
And we had at some point both moved to Atlanta and continued the relationship there. And yeah, I mean,
That's how it started.
that's pretty much it, yeah.
And here we are.
For sure. That's it.
And then I remember when I met Dave, we were at like an event for Darius, and then you saw Dave for the first time, or Dave was co-hosting the event.
What event was that?
It was not Peter Street, it was Edgewood.
Edgewood.
It was in Edgewood.
I was hosting.
You was like co-hosting the event, yeah.
Because
That's how. That's when I met.
another artist that we both knew, Little 26, I think it was. And he was performing there, so I went to
Support.
for him, and you was the host at the show.
Mhm.
And that's the first time.
That's the first time I met you. Yeah.
Yeah, I
was being.
forgot about that.
I didn't. I don't forget nothing. Mind of an elephant. But I remember Dean talking about, yeah, like my homeboy hit me up or whatever. We was working out in LA and he back in Atlanta, and so he probably gonna be there tonight. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I met you there. And then when did I meet Perla?
I don't remember. I was thinking, and I do not remember when.
Interessante.
Yeah.
I need to ponder this.
Kind of thing too.
Yeah. You just appeared in my life.
Something like lemon butter or what's the other
I know
stuff?
when you first met her, because you came over to the house.
So it might have been
The other place where he hosted.
Oh,
No,
Barber Bistro.
Yes.
either that or we had went out one night when we was trying to play sheesh and like this. It was at this spot in
No way, they met before that.
Buckhead.
They met
No,
before that.
Was it?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, because that's when
Sheesh.
Sheesh was out.
Yeah, we
and
based that around them.
yeah.
Like the
I feel
Then
like
Barber Bistro.
I feel like it was there. Maybe
Okay.
yes.
it might have been Barber
Barber
Bistro.
Bistro.
Those nights were so
Were you
blurry.
hosting? Not
like,
hosting. You were
like
the
judge.
judge.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was
that's
that.
right. Yeah, okay.
That feels right.
Okay, we're just gonna claim that because that was early on in like you getting back into the music scene with them here in Atlanta, and that's when I was actually coming out. Because other than that, I was not.
Yes.
Okay, well,
We're gonna say that for right now until we remember.
Story we sticking to it.
okay. Y'all heard it here first, okay? Run and tell your friends. That's how we went. But no, thank y'all for kind of clearing that up because it really does help to frame the conversation. So again, we're talking about interconnectedness and how our awareness of like our past helps us to set and form our friendships and our partnerships in the present. So I want to just dive straight into the root and rise segment of this episode. And y'all already know if you watch From the Ground to the Crown, the root is where we take a thought that once had us stuck, dig deep into the root of things, and elevate it to a crown perspective so that we can look at things differently. So I'm going to offer 2 questions during this root segment, and feel free, anybody, to kind of just dive into it. The first question is, what's the first dot, all right? Your like awareness of something that you can remember from childhood that shaped how you connect with people?
It's an interesting question, but to interpret it the way I see the question, I would say
Yeah.
like talent was always how I communicated with people first. They would see my talent before they actually got to know me.
Mm-hmm.
And then because the talent connected us, we would grow friendship or relationship or whatever. And then as time progressed, we would get to know each other better.
Do you feel like that kind of skewed the way that people saw you because you are more than your talent, right?
For sure.
And so people kind of labeled you as Dean the artist, and you feel like that kind of was a disconnection as much as it was a connection?
Yeah, I would say that because it kind of put me in a performative state.
Mm.
Like realizing that that's what attracted people, I felt like I had to always be on my talent game or just putting my best foot forward with my talent so that I could keep attracting more people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as a kid, you get into that mindset. You want to be cool. You want to be.
Right.
You want to feel like you're a part of the crowd.
Yeah.
More so than you want to feel like you stand out. So yeah, that definitely contributed to somewhat of an imposter syndrome.
Hmm.
You know, where like we're this way because people see you and love you for that way. When you go home, you're like kind of a different person, and you're trying to figure out how to mesh the two together. And
Yeah,
sometimes it's a challenge for sure.
that's real.
I kind of stated this recently on my Instagram page. I posted a video about me acting and really doing performing arts.
Fire real, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
For sure. My mom got me in that really early, so that was amazing, and I was doing a lot of things by that. So I knew I had the talent for that. So when I would be in school, I'm just acting. And for some reason, it brought serious attention. So I was this short kid that always acted, and I always got love from it. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think that's kind of how I got my attention and how I started growing, and until I realized later on when I became an adult that, hey, this is not really a love right now, and music then made me be myself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would say that.
Do you feel like you like people were connected to a persona of you, or were they connected to Dave?
I mean, it's kind of what Dean said.
Yeah.
It's the entertainment factor. Everybody wants to be either like they want to laugh, they want to be entertained. So for me, I was just entertaining people, and to see them happy, it brought joy to me. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's part of me. So I'm not gonna just sit here and pass it. You know what I'm saying? Pass it away. But I still entertain to this day. But like, all day, nobody wants to be a puppet. God damn.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
court jester
so,
for real.
yeah.
That's fire. I'll go. I think the earlier childhood memories that I have, was just like relatability. Like I feel like my mom was hella relatable growing up. I mean, she would talk. She does this to this day. She talks to everybody. It's like, girl, who can't you have a conversation with? You know, and it just taught me to like always look for the commonalities in talking to people. I always remember that people love talking about themselves. So if you ask them a question about themselves or their day, they're more inclined to just open up because they want to talk about themselves.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
like
true. That's true.
yeah. And every time I make a new friend, I always call people my friends because I literally like talk to everybody everywhere. I'm talking to them about themselves and it helps them to just relate to like on some humanity level. They just see us as now we're here. And I think that's like it's a gift for sure, but it's also a curse because people love talking about themselves. And sometimes it's too much. It's a little heavy, you know, and I can't see the future. So I don't really know what they about to say and say about to say. And I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Maybe I shouldn't have asked. I don't want to
I
know.
done got myself in some trouble.
You know. But it's cool though because it's not difficult for me to have a conversation with literally anybody. Like put me in a room. Y'all know I'm spinning the block on the whole room.
For
So yeah, it's,
That's you all day.
yeah. It's really nothing for me. But yeah, that's like my earliest memories.
I'm the opposite.
Yeah?
I'm awkward. I don't like people like that unless the energy is right for me. And I think that has to do with my trauma as a child, like how I grew up. Like I'm always like, my hands be getting sweaty. I'm just like,
yeah.
should I talk to you? I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get close and then
Yeah.
knife in the back. That's
That's
me.
real,
I be
though.
having a wall.
I've been
Like,
there before.
Yeah.
Like,
that's me like now. It's just if the energy is not right, I don't want to be your friend.
I mean, it's so difficult to kind of, you know, like open yourself up after you've been hurt. So it's not no judgment to the fact that you're cautious. I mean, I feel like everybody needs to have a hint of caution and people be a little too friendly.
Yes.
Everybody want to be everybody's friend.
Yes.
We're telling you it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a smidge weird, but
You saying that yes kind of hard there.
No,
Yeah.
because it's for real. I don't play about my feelings. I'm a softie, but I'm a gangster too. So
period. Talk it out, brother. Okay, let the people know.
It's Saeed.
my feelings are very strong, but I will hurt you.
You gotta do.
Don't
what you
hurt
gotta
nobody.
do. Yeah. Whoa.
Look,
whoa.
I will hurt
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, word. Don't hurt nobody.
Handle again.
Y'all see what I did?
That part.
Y'all are funny. But no, that was a great share. And it kind of leads into this next question, right? So where have the dots not connected in your life? And how did that disconnect show up in your friendships or your marriage?
Forcing things, you know what I'm saying? Not being patient. I've gotten in all the wrong places because I wasn't patient. The minute I learned just being patient and moving, you know, not forcefully, like that's when everything worked out. And that happened when I turned 30, y'all. I'm 33. That's
Right.
when I really
Just
started figuring it out.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
take your time.
Just figure that out. Even
No, it's beautiful.
But, you know, once that happened, once I was able to be patient and just be like, okay, look, you don't have to rush to work. If you're late, you're late. And own it. You know what I'm saying? Wake up early. Do the right thing to be there, you know? So once I started figuring that out, everything worked out.
So do you think that it was kind of like your connectedness maybe to control a situation? And when you disconnected from controlling and just like allowing ease into your life, do you think that that was something that helped you become better in your friendships and your marriage?
I think we all have that feeling, discernment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not supposed to be right here. I'm not supposed to be kicking it with this person.
Yeah.
This feels wrong.
Right.
Everyone has that moment
Absolutely.
of this feels wrong, but do we act on it? A lot of times we don't when we're younger. You know what I'm saying? Not to say we can't fix that when we're younger, but a lot of times that happens. So I think, you know, just being able to realize that feeling and acting on it, like, all right, let me take away instead of always thinking in the future of what it could be or what it couldn't be if you left. So I stopped thinking about the possibilities. If I leave, I don't feel right here. It's just time to go. It's just time to go.
I'm still learning that.
I'll deal with the consequences later, if there are any, And most of the time, it ain't.
Not bigger than you staying and ignoring that discernment.
Right.
Because that's when you get dragged. Y'all already know how I feel about getting dragged, okay? I get dragged more times than I'd like to admit. Because again, control, right? Thinking that I know what's going to happen if I do or don't stay. Thinking that I know the future already in advance has gotten me into a lot of trash situations. Like, dang, girl, you felt that thing. Why you ain't leave when you felt that thing? That thing is on.
Thing on. We just be ignoring it. See that light bulb and you just be like, it ain't no light bulb. Like,
I didn't see that.
I ain't see that.
Now,
Look.
Look at that. Blinders on. Blinders on.
See the light. You
Yeah.
still see them.
It's so crazy. But again, like even talking about connection and our connectedness to ourselves, I think it's hella important. And I like preach this consistently is dropping into your body. Even like before we started this episode, y'all, we did a little icebreaker question. And before you pick the car, you drop into your body, right? You center yourself with a breath, ground down real quick, and then you pick the car for you. Because what else you gonna pick? But if you're like trying to do 10 other things and you'd have picked the car and be like, I don't know, I don't really like that car. That car don't, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't feel like me, right? But every car we all picked was like, oh, shoot.
Yeah, for sure. Every car.
Twins.
It honed in.
y'all had a good answer for it too.
We did.
No, it connected y'all based on that.
Nah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, just kind of learning to check in with yourself is the most important and like the highest form of protection over your life. Like even when you were talking about, being cautious, right? Like having that discernment and paying attention to it helps you process who's supposed to be for you and who's not. And you could try to lie to yourself, but you're going to get dragged on the back end. But when you meet somebody, you kind of already know that, all right, you're not,
Pretty much no.
every time. And when you listen to it, I tell you, it saves you time, money, tears.
It's time. It's really that.
It's really this.
You can't get that time back.
Yeah.
So anytime you save time is a blessing.
Right.
Back to my wall up. Yeah. I have a big wall up with every friendship I have. I think I tend to like cut off people that don't fit right for me. Yeah. And it's just like, I love you from afar and I'm okay with having that relationship with people.
So do you feel like the disconnect is with other people or the disconnect with you?
I think it's with me. Yeah. I think it's with me. I think I realized that like recent. I always thought it was other people. It's me.
That common denominator. That common denominator.
Yeah, it's me.
That's a word too, though.
Yeah, for sure.
It's me. But I'm okay with saving me because I didn't have that as a little girl. Yeah. So it's just like, it's deeper for me.
Right.
I got to protect me. I don't care.
At all costs, yes.
Yeah.
Don't blame me, babe. Don't blame me at all. So for me, I think a disconnect was that I had to be worthy of people like liking me. Like I needed people to like me for a very long part of my adolescence and early adulthood. I needed to be like, so I was a people pleaser. And people cannot relate that to me now because they see me differently. But I'm like, y'all don't know who I was before I got here. And I don't have no proof. So it's like, were you that girl? Yeah, for sure. And so it just led me to a lot of performative relationships. Like I feel like I didn't really have friends that liked me for me. They liked me for what I could do for them because I was always doing for them. And I was showing up a lot and it was exhausting. But I was like, oh, in order to be a good friend, this is what I have to do for you. I got to do something for you to like me because then you're not going to like me.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Where did that come from?
If I could pinpoint it, I think it would just be like being the oldest was challenging because my parents, there were 3 of us in the house, but my dad had like 4 kids growing up. And so it was a lot of like, how do I get this attention? How do I get some attention? Right? My middle sister was like just a little bit of a challenging child. So she got attention automatically because they needed
Middle
to.
child.
Yeah, they needed
Syndrome.
to like
Them middle jobs be.
yes.
They something
And
else,
all
ain't
three
they?
of y'all are the oldest.
They need in every direction.
I mean, my lord.
Oh.
Yeah. He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
Yeah.
What it is.
Give
What it
me.
is.
Give me.
I'll drink to that, right?
And so it was like after a while, my being the good kid stopped working because my parents just expected me to be good. They were like, "You always get awards, girl. You always win. You always get not A's." Like, okay, we're not surprised. Yeah, put it up if you want to. Look, it's like the last one. And so then I'm like, dang, I got to do more to be worthy of the attention because no one. When do people look at me?
Yeah.
And so then it kind of spilled over into my friendships. Like, okay, now I got to do more for you to be more my friend and spend more time with me because if I don't, then you got other friends.
Yeah.
And then I realized that people didn't like me for me. And so when I stopped doing, people didn't come around. It was a test of time because then it made me disconnect from myself because then it's like, well, who am I if I'm not showing up as this wonderful friend? Am I still a good friend? What is the definition of friendship? And when I say I just learned this last summer, so it's like I'm back. I just like disconnected from I think the last bit of people pleasing ways last summer. And I took stock of my friendships and I was like, yo, this is exhausting me to still show up this big for people who can't do the same for me. And reciprocity didn't feel like it was there in some of these friendships. And I'm like, damn, do I still want to continue to be a people pleaser? And I didn't. So I stopped calling people and I just stopped doing things. I just stopped showing up as the Kenesha that they knew. And I just wanted to see what that would do for our friendships. And I lost friends. And I was like, damn, yo, still
Yeah.
sucks. Pero here we are. You know, we got to do what we got to do. Like you said, save yourself. And I'm saving myself for the people who, even when I can't show up, still show up for me. That's like hella important right now. And I have beautiful friends. So thank y'all. Yeah. So good.
Dang,
I
you should
mean,
have went first.
right.
Should have went first.
Yeah, I never should have went first because to kind of piggyback off what you said, and I'm glad that you did go before me because you helped me to visualize how I wanted to deliver my answer.
Mm.
And it was pretty much the same thing, you know, being the firstborn, you're kind of automatically put in this people pleaser role. You want to make sure that everybody around you is good.
Right.
So you become somewhat of a facilitator of people's well-being.
Mm.
And the more I did it, the more I realized that I didn't want to be that person. And once I started to pull back on my talents and the things that I thought made my relationships worthy,
Mm-hmm.
I realized the opposite of what you realized. You realized that you were kind of the nucleus. And once you stopped, they kind of died off.
Right.
But I realized that once I stopped, I didn't even want to be attached to these people like that.
Mm.
It was kind of like, oh, like outside of music, outside of art or playing basketball, sports like that, I kind of didn't even rock with how you thought as a person or how you moved as a person.
We don't relate for real.
Yeah.
Like I don't even.
Are we friends?
Yeah, I actually don't even like you.
Mm.
You know, and so that made me have to really find out who I was as a person because it's like, if this is happening with all your people, like, do you even know who you are?
Right.
And, you know, I was living in LA for almost 10 years. And a pivotal moment for me was when I came back to Atlanta at the age of 29. And my parents threw me a surprise birthday party. And at this party, like, I didn't really have any idea about it. I kind of felt like they would do something. It would just be like close family because, like, we celebrate birthdays with it.
Yeah.
But family flew in. I had friends from high school that I haven't even talked to in almost 10 years pull up to the party.
Mm-hmm.
And it just reminded me that I have a whole tribe of people who are rooting for me still, who are still looking up to me and what I got going on. The whole time I'm over here not knowing my own worth.
Wow.
And that really just highlighted that I'm loved. And because I'm loved, that I need to express more self-love within myself. And so that started me on a journey when I turned 30 to really focus on who I am so that when any relationships moving forward, I would be able to express, aside from the talents and the gifts I have, like who Dean is.
Right.
And if you mess with who Dean is, then you get the talents.
Yeah.
You get the other experience because you mess with me to my core.
Right.
And that made the relationships more meaningful. Like now I have friends I actually like, this is my friend. Like these are my friends now. Before
Not my music friend.
right, like it's probably like I had a group of music friends. I had
Right.
friends at school.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of like a Gemini thing too. We have different circles of friends. But you know, like I can never bring all the friends together.
Right, because they don't
Because
connect.
they'd be like, you like this? Like
That's funny though. That is funny.
they'll be like, you rock with your like, right?
If 2 + 2 is 4.
Or they would be like, I don't like your other friend. Like, and I'm like, I
Damn.
don't either, but
Yeah.
we got great music, or we play great sports together. And so like now that people knew who I am and I'm actually the nucleus in my relationships now, all my friends can come together and fellowship.
Yeah.
Because I'm the common denominator now and I'm knowing who I am in the situation. So
That's beautiful.
that was thank you. That was a big turning point for me to where I know, like, I feel like I really know, I'm still learning myself too, but I feel like I know myself more than I've ever known myself my entire life because I've taken that approach to just really figure out who I am first. So yeah.
That makes me so happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I was just thinking, like, I met you 31, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe 30, into 30.
Yeah, 30 to 30. Yeah. Because it was the 31st birthday where you, was that 32 or 31?
It's been so blurred.
The blur?
So hold on. What are your ages?
I'm 30. I just turned 35.
No.
Oh.
When y'all met?
Leo, big.
When y'all met?
So I definitely turned 30 before I met Kanisha, but I don't think I was 31 yet.
Was that the 2018 was your 30th birthday?
Yes.
Yeah, because I was 28.
88. So,
Yeah.
so I met you after I turned 30, but before I turned 31. I feel like you did something nice for me for my 31st. That was when we did the hotel and the sundial on the bed, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was
city.
That was 31. Yeah, that was 31.
Very cutesy birthday.
Yes.
Was it not? Yeah.
Now she gonna plan.
I love birthdays. I'm a birthday person. I really go hard. I mean, this year. But no, every year I go hard for birthdays just because I love living life. But I was saying that to say that when I met you, I remember that you were kind of figuring out who you were.
Yeah.
You were clearer because even when we met, he was like, I draw. And I'm like, I draw.
Wow.
Okay.
Tell me what you draw.
We both draw.
There's no way you're just telling people that you draw. There's just no way that you're just saying
I
I
say
draw.
draw in a different language.
Come on.
All the languages.
Caliber.
Because there's just no way. And so it was never about, when we met, it was never about like your accolades or your talents with us. Because I'm from New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to like famous people being around. So none of it would have made me any attracted anymore. You know, I was like, I just like you because I think you're funny.
Right.
And that kind of was really, really how we like evolved our friendship. But I also remember how difficult it was for you to relate to people in the beginning of our relationship. And he was like, I'm ready to go. And I'm like, just be yourself. Be cool. Like, people gonna like you because you're cool. I mean, we wouldn't be together if you weren't. Because honestly, I'm pretty cool. So then, he started being cool. And now he go into the rooms and you talking to everybody. I'm like, have you seen Dean? Have you seen him?
I thought you would hear that, right?
Yeah.
And I'll be in one spot the whole time. Now I'm like moving.
Navigating.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, babe.
It feels better to be that way.
Yeah, look at the smile.
Feeling active. Yeah, for sure, man.
You go, boy. That was beautiful, y'all. Thank you so much for like digging into the root of the affirmation, right? We are aware of our interconnectedness to all things. And so now let's take it to the rise segment where we look at things differently, or look at how we can how we can view connectedness moving forward. But before that, if you haven't already and you're watching this episode, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and click the link at the bottom of this episode to get all the notifications. I know this is a season finale, but season 2 is coming in like 2 weeks, y'all. So you don't want to miss it. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure you follow the episode and comment below on the conversation that we've been having so far. Okay, back. So to the rise, I have another 2 questions, and again, we can whoever wants to take it, we don't have to answer these, but you can. The first question, and before we get here, like the rise part of this episode is again taking this thought and bringing it to a perspective where we just view it a little differently and asking ourselves questions that makes us more aware of how our previous version may not be how we want to look at it moving forward. So the first question is, how do you take ownership of your patterns so you don't put them on your partner or friends? And I want to just emphasize partners since we are in relationship or married. Married gay. I got married friends. So since we're married, let's talk about just the partnership, right? How do you take ownership of your patterns so you don't put them on your partner? Can I go first because I had a recent incident of this?
Go ahead.
Ooh,
Go ahead then. Talk about it.
I'm gonna just get. I like airing my own laundry out. Okay, I'll talk about myself.
Let me take a sip.
Hey,
Talk
Nod.
about it. I'll take a sip with you, brother.
Yeah.
Oh,
So like this week, I don't know what day it is. So the days are merging. So one of these past days recently, we were having a conversation about Dean and manifesting something. And I get very passionate about manifestation. Y'all know how I feel about it. Like, speak your truth, claim it. We did this yesterday. I'm like, magic wand, babe, magic wand. Like, come on, give me what you got. And so Dean was kind of like tiptoeing on his manifestation, or so I thought. I felt like it was a tiptoe moment. Or I'm like, why you not, you know, big Dean, not little Dean? What would you want, right? And I'm trying to pull it out of him. And then that didn't work out the way that I had hoped for, or it kind of did, but at the same time, I felt like it was a little bit of a struggle. And I recognized that I was impatient with the process. And I reflect on things like in real time. So I sat with it for a little bit. And by the time we got back in the car, I was like, can I share something? Because I was like, hey, let me tell you something. And I just shared how I need to be more patient with other people as they're going through their things. And I have this angst with wanting the best for people, especially when it's people you love. You want them to want more for themselves. You see what they could be or you see what they could want. And you're like, no, go for that. Don't go up. And that makes me feel very like engulfed in their thing. Like I'm a part of it. So I want you to get it because I want to see you win it. And I often have to take ownership of the fact that that's not my goddamn life. So if they don't really want that right now, then they don't really gotta want, like I just gotta sit back and maybe they'll want it or maybe they won't. I don't know. And so my pattern that I take ownership of is infringing on other people's lives. I feel like I like put myself into other people's lives and I try to direct certain things for them. And especially in our relationship, I'm very mindful of not doing that because I've seen the other side of what that turns into. And so I always remind myself, you are not the director or the producer of their life. You are the supporting character. You sit over there and you support. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And stop making it about you because it's not your life. And so, yeah, I took ownership of that and I shared that. And I was like, I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. But this is something that you should be aware of. So,
That's real.
yeah, that was my thing.
How did you feel about that, Dean? Not to
I
be
mean,
the person.
I appreciated the awareness because sometimes I'm not as quick at processing things as Kanisha sometimes. Like she'll be like, "Yo, I got the answer." I have to dwell on it. I have to like sit on it. I'm going over scenarios in my head, so it takes me a little longer to get to that same end goal. So the fact that you were aware of that and you realize that, like you had said this before too, like a while back about how you are. It's better if you're invited in.
I'm a projector.
Yeah,
Yeah.
projector. So like, if you see something going wrong, if you're quick to talk to address it and like to try to fix it, but sometimes it's better if your service is required
Requested.
or requested. Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause if I request it, then it's like I'm ready for all you have to bring. But if it just comes out of nowhere, it's kind of like you're right, but whoa, so
Yeah.
process at the time. And then if I'm not getting at the speed you're getting it at, it frustrates you.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just trying to process what you just hit me with. But when you're invited in, it's like that's kind of when I'm ready for the
Yeah.
I'm ready for the the energy. So
Let me in. Yeah, I'm like,
that's kind of how I felt about it. I appreciated the awareness of that situation because it turned my whole energy. I was like here, and then I was like, yo, now I'm thinking about what I want to manifest from the situation. It's not that I didn't want to, but like it caught me off guard. Like manifestation to me, it's like a big thing. I feel like I have to like get in the mode and like I gotta manifest this. It's so second nature for Kanisha.
Yeah.
Kanisha's just like I
Yeah.
manifest.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I gotta go find a prayer corner and set a candle, you know what I'm saying, and really like get a
Lit a
mantra,
candle.
right, and get a mantra like, yo, I'm gonna manifest this. So for me to like, so for me to like drop a manifestation on the drop of a dime, it's like, I'm like,
yeah, and I was like,
I gave fantastic, and she's like, that's it.
I'm glad you shared.
It comes second nature for sure.
I love it.
At some point.
But I do take ownership of my patterns, so I'm pretty good about like calling myself out, especially if it changes the energy behind things. I'm like, did I do that? I did do that. Why did I do that? Let me share with you. Yeah, I just learned why I did that. Yeah. All right. Who else? How do you take ownership of your patterns so you don't put them on your partner?
It's super dope to like. I don't think we've ever said this, but I've noticed this when we were in New Orleans. But Dean and Pearl is a lot alike, and me and Kanisha is a lot alike. So I would have to. I'm kind of in alignment with Kanisha. I will definitely be the person to project all of my manifestations, all of the things that need to happen right now onto her. I'm the person that's like, babe, just do it. Like it's so simple. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't understand why
just
you're not.
speak it and
happening?
be it. Just be. That's it. It's so easy. It's not, it's second nature to us. It's very seamless for us, so that's where I go back to being like patient, It's not just me. When I said patience, I had to be even patient with her, you know what I'm saying? Like understanding how she deals with things. It's not like me, even though I would be like, yo, I'm doing this passionate thing, babe, look at this. She's like, oh, okay. But she's more realistic. She's like, all right, let me see. You know what I'm saying? You got a big dream. Well, show me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so I think that's unfair. I think that's unfair to your partner. You know what I'm saying? I think I learned to be just patient in that regard. Like I was like, all right. And then when I did start being patient, she came around. It always, that person always comes around, especially when everybody's being themselves and, you eventually be like, all right, let me listen. And then she can honestly feel like she did it,
Like she
she
wasn't
did.
forced.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want to feel forced.
It be that too. Cause like I know for me, like I like walking things out that I've planned because I've already thought of 50 million scenarios of people right or what could go wrong. And so when somebody brings me a scenario that I can't really compute, it leaves all these gray areas, and that's what brings the anxiety and the like, I don't know it's gonna work out for me because this is your idea. So it's like, yeah, I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah, we haven't taken that back. All right, bro, do it yourself. Do it your way, But it's beautiful to see the evolution at the same time. Like you said, it's beautiful to see somebody go from not being able to do something to doing it on their own. It's like, I love this for you. I'm so proud of you. That's such a great thing that like I've seen you grow. It's kind of like watching a kid learn to walk. You're like, oh my God, you use your legs. Yes.
But don't call it out, though. Don't call it out.
Don't fall.
Can't be like, hell no, you
Yeah,
using
yeah.
your legs now? And then they just
Yeah.
start buckling.
Not in the moment. Not in the moment. But you take a little memory shot and,
Right.
I tend to bring things up when things are like down here.
Exactly.
And I'm like, great job, yo. I seen you do that the other day. That was really, really cool. Hella proud.
I do have patterns like
And it's how do you take ownership of them? Not the patterns that you have, but how to take
I'm
ownership.
being by addressing. I know when we were going through we did our little therapy and we got introduced to the snowballing effect about how like I will just do these crazy scenarios that 90% of the time are not even true.
Yeah.
But because my mind is so elaborate and artistic, I'm just painting up all these what could go wrong type of scenarios. And so like I know it's a pattern in our conversations because we'll have conversations. It'll kind of almost like a counter attack to the manifestation. She'll be like, "Oh, I'm manifesting this," and then my mind's like, "This could go wrong."
Yeah, I'm like, wait, bro, hold up now. You taking the energy.
Yeah, so I'm like, she'll be like, "I'm gonna do this." I'm like, "Yeah, but what about that? But what about this time? What about this page? But what about this? They're not doing like this. Like,
You
what
probably
makes you
feel like
think?"
that's a dream killer in a way.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Because that's how I feel.
Oh,
So we've had many of conversations where Kanisha will come to me with this idea, and I will just start picking it apart. And it's not even on no negative trying to be evil. It's just like, this is what I see.
This what you
This
see.
is something to be, because I like you said, like, I'm a realist. Like,
Right.
realist. Like, we look at things for what's really going on,
right.
as opposed to what could go.
Yeah.
And so, but like, I think what helped me to actually chill out with this program is seeing that once Kanisha puts her mind on something, it actually
It's a wrap.
out.
Yeah.
And half the scenarios I bring up, even if they do come up, she finds a way around it.
Every time.
So it made me realize, like, oh, okay, seeing it made me more of a solutions-based person. Because like a lot of our fights would be just diving on the problem. She'll be, okay, well, solve it, bro. Like, solve it. I'm like, all I'm doing, I'm just replaying the problem. Like, oh, what could I do? What could I have done in this situation better? It's like, yeah, this situation is over.
Yeah, like, I don't.
It's like, situation is over. So like, moving forward, what can you do? It's
Yeah.
like, now, like, it's been helping me to really look into the future now, so that I can prevent this from happening again. So
Fire.
I think that kind of answers.
Yeah, I mean, you highlighted a few patterns, right? Like the snowballing of the projections
Yeah.
and how that infringes on me trying to manifest something for us. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. Is cool, right?
Yeah.
Wait, do you hate it? Because why would you say that if you didn't hate it? And then, but yeah,
That's interesting though, because it's like you would think that's a problem for Dean. Like you would think like, oh, him thinking of every problem is a problem, but not if you find a solution. So that's like a superpower in a way.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
Because
wasn't doing
you
that.
eliminate everything before it even
Right.
come.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
I was just like, instead of finding a solution, I was just like, problem. I would let all the problems persuade me to not do a thing. It's a little bit of laziness too. You know, when you're lazy, you're trying to find the easiest way to do something.
Right.
When you can't find the easiest way, it's like, I don't even do that. But
And I mean,
I know how to do it.
I feel like it's like releasing judgment of yourself, right? Like a lot of times it's just the way that the mind works. It's not that my mind doesn't see issues. It's that I just don't put energy into it.
Right.
My mind is seeing it. I'm not dead. You know what I'm saying? Like I see that things can go wrong, but I also recognize that as soon as I speak life into it, it's probably gonna
gives
go
it
wrong.
life.
And I just don't want to help it go wrong.
Right.
Not that I don't care or I won't fix it, but if I say anything about it, then I take accountability for bringing it into the reality. And I just don't put energy there. I really try my best to like stay on track with my manifestation. Like I know I'm gonna, like you said, I know I'm gonna solve for it. I'm pretty great at solving for things. So it's like, yeah, if problems arise, we'll figure something. You know, the problem and the solution will present itself. But if I help the problem become real,
Adding
I'm pissed.
to
Now
the
I'm
fire.
mad. Yeah.
Add it to the fire.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, here I go. You know, think about and I've come from that.
Mm.
So I know that I was actually doing it to myself.
Right.
So then when I was like, dang, I won't talk about the problems as much. I'll only talk about what I want, what I desire. And when I get it, I'm like, of course I got it. Look what I just did. I stopped talking about all the other things and I focused on what that has been my new pattern. So I appreciate that you have the awareness to see other things and like help me to solution for things that may come up. But do I want that to be the thing that comes up when I'm manifesting? I don't. And we have a moment where we're like, get it all out. We're like our fears. We did that before we got married. We did that before we moved to Thailand. We just speak all the fears and we leave it in the conversation. Like, okay, put your fears here. Put it in. All of them. Don't think about this when you leave the table. You know what I'm saying? Put it in here. Seal it, burn it, rip it up, throw it out. We good? We good. So that you don't feel like you didn't get a chance to express what was on your heart. Yeah. So we do that. We leave it there and we done. Now we're focused. And everybody feels hurt.
Because I'm so realistic and I don't like being told that I'm negative. Going back to what you said, like I don't like that. Yeah. I feel like I'm not negative.
Just being real, right?
Yeah.
Just
I feel like I'm not negative. I know real. I don't know. That's just in me. Like
So
that's
tell
my.
me about it.
That's just like I know, in a way. Like I know. Nothing else matters. Like yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what I've been learning because like
Yeah.
I'm the same
Yeah.
thing. Like I'm so logical. I'm like, of course this can happen because it's happened before. It happened to this person. So yeah, it's a possibility. So it's like I don't feel like I'm being negative either. I feel like all right, this is actually something to consider.
Yeah.
But like literally over time, I've seen you like debunk all the stuff I brought to the table.
Yeah.
Because it was in a hotel when we came back last time, and you was asking me about why won't I do something, and I said something like, "Is that even true?" And I was like, "Oh shit."
I have this all the time.
Good
I'm
happen,
like,
but did it happen? It's like no. It's like,
yeah.
okay.
Then you have no basis for anything. And not that what you're saying is not true, but you can't tell the future. So no, it's not true.
Right.
And that is where it stops. It's not that it can't be true because all possibilities are possibilities. But it's like, but why are you trying to make it true? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you forcing this thing to be something that is not even yet?
Yeah.
Or you can, and we always talk about this, like put your thoughts in the golden bucket. Like, yeah, take those realistic thoughts and be realistic and delusional at the same time.
And then also it's the catalyst for me
Like,
really
now we're saying
was like you can't think about what you don't want. Because you think about what you don't want, you're still thinking about it.
Mhm.
Like if I tell you to don't think about an elephant. Don't think about
elephant.
elephant.
I see the trunk right now. I see the trunk.
Automatically, so like how do you not?
That's so
You feel what I'm saying? Like how do you not think about something?
Yeah.
To not think about something is to think about that thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't like so if you're a type of person who's always thinking about what they don't want to do or they don't want to happen, it's gonna happen.
It has to.
Because you're still it's almost like your brain, your mind is a movie theater screen. How would you display not doing something on the screen? You'd have to think about what you actually want to do instead. So why not think about the things you want to do instead of trying to think about not doing something? Like it's weird, like I'm not gonna crash my car. I'm thinking about not crashing my car. Like why don't you think about driving safe?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like instead of thinking about not crashing your car.
Yeah. Right.
Because you would have to see the car crashing and then try to like how would you visualize that? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And when I realized, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense because you realize it's kind of stupid.
Everybody takes accountability for their thoughts. You realize how much you help things come up. So when you say something and then it happens, you're like, I see? Like, no, you see because you did it. You know what I'm saying? You did this. It wasn't going to happen. Or it might not have. It might have. You don't know. But if you like focus on the things that you want all the time, only the things you want, the chances of you getting it, very high. But if you focus on the things that you don't want, the chances of you getting it, very high.
Like
That's it. The universe conspires to give you what you want. Only what you want. It supports what you want. It's like people saying, I don't want to be like my mom. I don't want to be like my dad. Okay, well, we have to give you the experience to be like them so that you feel like you don't want to be that.
Right.
How else would you not be your mom if you don't turn into your mom first
And
then
then
feel
realize
like
that
so-
you-
Right.
this is not it.
Right. That's the manifestation
Right.
of not wanting.
But if you're like, I want to be,
Testito.
You get the desire. You grow the desire to not want. It's like
but it has to
a
give you what you don't want for you to feel
Yeah,
like you
right.
don't want it.
right.
You
It cannot
gotta get
get
it
Right.
for you to say, all right,
I
this
don't-
ain't
And I surrounded that. I was like,
He's
that's what we want now.
So then when you start saying, I want to be more like my mentor or I want to be more like this person, then you become more like that person. And you never focus on not being like your mom because that's not even, you don't even get the inkling to become her
Right.
because the universe does not hear that that's what you're saying. It's not going to give you that because that's not the experience you're asking for. You're asking for something that you do want and not something that you don't want. And that's how connected you are to the universe.
Not to be a downer, but I learned that at a very young age. Like I was a very positive kid, but the one time that I said I'm going to manifest, and I know this sounds crazy, something bad, it happened. Absolutely. I literally said, yo, I don't got the story. I want a story to tell the people. I want this grand thing. And then I said, God, I want something bad to happen so I can make a story out of it. He gave it to me the next week. Literally the next week, house caught on fire. We come from church, we walk in, I'm like, the whole house is on fire, and it was because of me. It wasn't because of nobody else. It was because of me.
Story time.
Yeah.
And at that moment, that's when I said, you can manifest whatever you want. I learned
Absolutely.
that. I was 16.
You gotta be so clear
Whatever you
with
want.
your work. And if, again, it might or might not happen, but if it does happen based on what you say, you have to take accountability that you did that.
Yeah.
You did that to yourself. You cannot be mad at anybody else.
I kind of felt that too when I broke my ankle, because
100%.
I was definitely afraid to get on that bike, and I definitely saw myself hurt myself, but I pushed through.
We talked about this before we went to Thailand.
Yeah, in the very last turn before my house, what I do, fell off the bike, broke my ankle in 3 places.
We talked about this as his fears. Remember, I said we have this moment where we put the fears in, and then we're supposed to leave it.
All right.
So we were together, and we were like, all right, we about to move to Thailand like a week before we were going to go. We were like, all right, what is the worst case scenarios? That's what we call it, worst case scenarios.
Yeah.
And so he said he didn't want to fall. He didn't want to break nothing. He didn't want to get hurt. He didn't want to have to get surgery. I mean, he literally, he always talked about he want more grit. He need a story to tell. I'm like, you need to calm down, bro, because we together. So if you getting grit, that means I got to get the grit too.
For sure.
Because now we connected. Now we gritty together.
For sure.
I need no more grit.
Gritty.
Yeah. Baby done got dragged up in his life. I'm good on the grit. And then 10 days into a 3-4 month trip, he breaks his, and I'm like, yo, you did this. You were supposed to leave it. When in the conversation, you was not supposed to keep thinking about it. And I could tell that he didn't because it happened.
Yeah.
It was like, but also you build grit from that story.
Yeah.
And you had so much more confidence in yourself because of that. Yeah. So again.
Like you, I realized that. So
no more bad for me.
Because not even like, it was
things.
shortly after that when I had that epiphany about you can't think about what you
No, that was before that. Yeah, because we had that conversation.
So that was right before I caught the epiphany of you can't think about what you don't want. And then that happened.
Like days later.
Of like so I don't want to see what happened. And it happened. So the whole time I'm just like, my broken ankle, just looking at it like, yo, like.
Did this to yourself.
So.
You can't be mad at nobody else.
It's real.
And you had time to think about it because he set you down.
Yeah, for sure.
3 months.
3
months, think about that, man.
That felt like longer.
And that would happen in the first week of our going out of there.
Yeah.
So like not even
the beginning of the second.
Yeah,
it was 10 days in.
It was 10 days in, and then I broke my ankle, and I had to crutch around the whole rest of our trip. Like,
and I knew that he did this to himself because I'm like, I heard you speak this. You know what I'm saying? So you have to kind of just take it because you did this to yourself. This was nobody else. And not like literally, but also you manifested this entire experience for yourself.
Yeah.
I think the greatest thing about all of it is that at the end of the day, it all works out for your good. You know, even when you still haven't gotten a lesson that you're doing this to yourself, it's still going to work out for your good. As long as you stay alive, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
It's going to be all right. It's going to be a little grittier, but you're going to be okay.
I got stories now.
You got a gritty
That's
story.
what I said. I got a story now.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. I got my one.
Keep it away from me.
I got a couple now, but.
I'm good. All right, y'all. This is the last question. What's one disconnection you've overcome that made you better in relationships? And I feel like we kind of just answered this.
I'm just being true to myself. Like, knowing who I am just helps disconnecting from things that I shouldn't be connected with a lot easier. Because it's almost like the universe just lets it fall off.
Right.
Like, I've seen myself, I would try to, like, even if it's a relationship that I'm not really sure about, and I'll still try to test the waters, something will happen. Like, something will happen where I can't meet with them no more, or whatever play we was trying to do just crumbles, or some outside source messes up the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't have even written that. Like, I didn't see that coming. So like, now I'll just take it as a sign. Like, I don't force anything anymore.
At all.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't force nothing. Like, if it don't work out, then it wasn't supposed to work.
I love it for me.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah.
The same way.
Yeah.
Back to protected me.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know if that's selfish.
It is.
I don't know if you.
There's nothing wrong with being
I was about
selfish.
to say,
Yeah.
what's wrong with that?
I have to learn that too, because I thought thinking about myself, being about myself was a selfish thing. So that's why I was more of a people pleaser. Cause I'm like, I don't want to look like I'm this asshole who's just caring about myself and screw everybody else. But when I learned healthy selfishness, And it's like you have to care about yourself because, like, I think it comes when you get older too. You start to realize that you got to have your own back for real out here. You know what I'm saying? So like you realize that you gotta. If I gotta rest today, I gotta rest.
Love yourself.
Yeah, I gotta go
Take that
do this. I
time.
gotta not talk to y'all today because this is for my own health.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, just understanding that selfishness is not a negative thing was really like a game changer for me.
And your intention behind it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I never intend to be selfish on some like dark evil type shit. It's just
Yeah.
like I just need some me time.
Yeah. Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But not sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, not
same.
Heavy on the not
Same.
sorry.
yeah. Heavy
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah, I was watching Incredibles with the kids, right?
Yeah.
And at the end, they had Dash running, and the parents was in the stands, and they was like, "All right, slow up. All right, now speed up. You don't want to
don't
be
beat
too
'em too
behind.
much.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, all right, second, just make it second. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what happened to me. Like, for me, I'm super talented, and there's so much going in my head. Like, oh, I could do this, I could do that, and I know I can surpass so much, and I'm not trying to be cocky at all, but I know I could do so many incredible things to the point where I shielded myself or I took steps back so it won't make it seem like I'm trying to up.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You dim me your light.
I was dimming my light, you know. So I've done that my whole entire life. And as of recent, and I'm to be honest with you, it's this year, to be real, that's kind of what, I'm not doing it no more
You ever came that?
at all.
Yeah.
Blow up on these fools.
Shining.
Yeah.
It gotta.
But no, that's beautiful, you know, because the right people will be attracted to you when you're in your element.
Right.
And when you're like using your divine gifts to show up bigger in the world. That inspires other people to be bigger too. And they feel like, yo, I know him. He doing this. Yeah, I'm gonna do
For sure.
Cool.
And that's actually what I want, rather than it to be like, oh, he think he this, woo.
Right.
But then I also thought about like, maybe I was in my own head too. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Maybe I thought people would react that way.
Yes,
but
yes,
then
yes.
they like, no, all right, shoot, I'm
Yeah.
gonna pipe up too.
Right.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I was my own downfall in that regard.
And some people do react that way. It just is. You know, my therapist said to me, Kenisha, you are very bright. And owls and bats and vampires don't like the light. And I was like, she's like, well, some people are owls, bats, and vampires. And you're going to have to pay attention. And I was like,
Yes.
Cool.
Whatever happens when that light shines, it just is what it is.
you
You
gotta
can't control it.
Go to the darkness. That's where you gotta go.
That's
I'm
real.
still the light, though. Can't
Yo,
even help it. I literally, come on. I can't do anything. It's not in me. No, that's cool, though. I think one disconnection that I've overcome that's made me better in my relationships, similar to Dave, is like dimming, you know, and being smaller. I'm already short. So it's always been like this thing where I feel like I need to stay my size. And especially because I have a big personality. And in any space I'm in, you're gonna know that I'm there. I don't do it to anyone else. I'm like, this is just how I show up. I don't even know what else to do with myself. And in recent years, I've been so proud of how I'm showing up, not like second guessing it or feeling like I'm not enough to show up in these spaces. And even like I just launched my retreat. And that's new for me. And I'm like, dang, like I'm the newbie on the block. How many people have hosted so many retreats? Now I gotta compete. And I'm like, compete with what? I'm so
Exactly.
cool.
You.
Who would not want to come hang out with me for a week? I think I would have a great time.
Your life
And the
right,
thing
girl.
is, you probably are in your head in that regard too, because
for sure.
how people look at you is like that shit gonna be lit.
Right.
Can I cuss? I'm sorry.
People, no, you can't. People are so excited about the retreat for me, and people have literally like voice noted me like, girl, this is gonna be so good. Even if they're not coming to the retreat, they're like, yo, I'm so excited for the people that will be there because they know the energy. Like, I will throw anything and people are gonna come and they're gonna have a good time. But yeah, so, you know, just really owning who I am in my fullness and being comfortable with the fact that that makes people uncomfortable sometimes. I had to get comfortable with that. But I've overcome it to the point where I don't really not that I don't consider it, but it doesn't impact how I show up. I want to thank y'all so much for like joining me for this season finale. I can't wait to have more people on the podcast because I think like one, talking in community helps to heal. And it also helps you recognize that you're not by yourself. You know, you're not like a weirdo going through things alone. There is someone out there who resonates with where you are and who has been where you are and has made it through, which is hella encouraging because sometimes it don't be feeling like that. So thank y'all for the conversation and for like loving on me,
For
being
sure.
my friend.
For sure.
Yeah.
Great show. Great show. Let's clap it up. Hey.
Yes. Yes.
Gracias.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Any final thoughts that you want to share about
Yes.
the affirmation, I'm aware of my interconnectedness to all things, or the ism, if the dots don't connect, neither will your relationship?
I want to comment on you and your podcast. Just keep doing what you do. Like,
Thanks,
for
bro.
real, you don't even understand what it does to people that's viewing it. We see you. We admire what you're doing. And you always do it at a high level. I saw that firsthand when we were in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? The H&M, that was some big stuff. And I was like, hold on. I know she was lit, but nah, she like lit.
Put
You
me
know what I'm
outside. Put me
saying?
outside.
So you always do things at a big level. So just keep continuing to shine bright, for real, for real.
I receive
Literally.
it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Shine
What he
bright.
said, man.
Yeah.
It's been such a pleasure watching you blossom. And it wasn't even like you were in blossom before I met you, you know, but still like just be pushing through. And honored to be part of the season finale, man. Like this is like some milestones.
Yeah. I
Exciting.
appreciate y'all.
Exciting.
It has been a journey of discovering, sorry. Been a journey of discovering and I'm not, although I'm very confident, I'm not always sure how things are going to turn out, and I'm very critical, even though it might not look like it because I'm always just popping out. It's a form of encouraging myself. If I don't jump, then I'll forget that I have wings. And so I continue to just jump into things, not knowing how it's going to work out. And I fail often. But I am not afraid of jumping because I know that I have dope people around me to like catch me and remind me that I'm gonna be good. Um, Try not to get emotional because I really do feel, I feel, and I'm always so grateful that I get to like share space with dope people. So
Yeah. Same.
I'm gonna
We
end it here because
grateful
I
for y'all,
really,
for real.
yeah,
There you go.
it's
Yeah.
been really, really cool to be y'all friends. So thank you guys for like allowing that. Yeah, I know. I'm a sap. I'm a sap.
I gotta take my glasses off.
Chill.
Oh
I'm
God.
a real nigga. You gotta chill.
No, it
I'm
means
a
a lot,
real
yo.
one.
I once was a kid who did not have friends because I did not relate to anybody. So
I tell
to
David all the time. All the time.
All the
I'm
time.
so grateful for y'all. Like y'all mean so much to even me. Like y'all changed my mindset. Like in so many ways. When I turned 30, like y'all, man. When I say grateful, I appreciate y'all. Like I'm so lucky to have y'all as friends. Like and that means a lot for me because when I love hard. I do. I love hard. And that's my downfall. I hate that shit.
no, it's
But
it's not a downfall.
But it's
But I
also
love
why it's
y'all
also
for
why you got the
real.
walls up because like once you're in, you're all the way in.
Yes.
Right.
And you
Yes,
don't
and
want
that's
nobody to
me.
mess with that.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I totally get it. It makes sense. It
That's
makes
and
perfect.
Yeah.
I was telling you, Dean, but I'm super grateful because I actually didn't tell you this part, but even just the way, because y'all teach us a lot, right? Like y'all relationship, how y'all move. Like Dean has always moved the right, correct
Such
way.
a good dude.
Like I'm talking about, I'm damn near perfection. Like, and it's just it's admirable to like I can look up to that is always been a possible thing because you see it. You're like, all right, if anybody else, I know Dean, he own it. You know what I'm saying? So that, and then also too, he gave me so much advice, but also he's taken mine, and that says a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people could give it. You know what I'm saying?
Not receive.
Not receive.
Yeah.
So for him to be able to do both, that I think that's what makes him like me and him like.
Lost him.
Thank you, brother.
Wow.
Respect, man. And you also one, bro.
Yeah.
You have to make I was reading this book, forgot the name of the book, wow. But it's talking about like being a man of like planning and getting everything together. And one of the exercises was to write down people that you see as role models. And it started off with celebrities. And then me and Kanisha had a conversation about don't be so superficial. You know, like actually put people that you really
Yeah, like man, people who could be your own. You know, like
right. And Dave, you definitely are in my list, bro.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your consistency, your attention to what you got going on, the way you lock in, like it's admirable. To reciprocate what you just said to me, you know, it's the same thing back at you, bro. Like I see how you move and how you taking mirror talks to another level and how you stayed down with that, even with the space, bro. Like
Yeah.
people would have given up, people would have switched up and been on some shiesty stuff, but you stayed. Your integrity is A1, bro.
I love that.
A1, and I don't see people out here ain't moving like that. Not in the industry we in. You know what I'm saying? They quick to stab you in the back and do some sideways play or something, and you stay with integrity, bro, consistency, bro, and that is, and discipline too. Like you are like my model for discipline, bro. Like how you will not drink for like months at a time and just be like, I'm not doing it. I'm like, dang, I need to get like that too, bro. You know, because like you show me it could be done, and then you see, right. It is hard, but I see the results of the commitment to doing that. Like it really grows you as a person. It's almost like when people fast, you know, and they come out there fast like a transformed person.
That's it.
You know, it's the same dynamic. So yeah, bro. Like just like you see me, bro. I see you too, bro. 100%. And both of y'all.
Yep, man. Big love.
Another
maybe.
trip coming. Another trip coming. Boom!
Hey,
I always tell people
go.
I love New Orleans, and now that I think about it, it probably is 70-80% because of y'all.
Yeah, right. The wedding, the trip, right? Yeah. We had such a good time.
for sure.
Man. As you can see, it's hella important to have, people who you're connected to because you never know what they are absorbing from being around you and being in your life. And it also helps to be aware of yourself because you also never know. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said earlier, this episode was all about being connected. And the affirmation is, I am aware of my interconnectedness to all things. And so as you navigate life, make sure you're just being a lot more mindful of how your connections to your past, like your childhood, your adolescence, show up in your present life, in your present friendships, and your relationships. Because 10 times out of 10, how you're showing up is tied to something that you've experienced in the past. And when you dig down to the root of it, you can decide whether it stays or whether you need to pivot or whether you need to unlearn it. You can take accountability for it and move differently moving forward. So that's my hope for this episode. I want to make sure that everybody is following y'all wherever you want them to follow. So drop social handle. Where should people follow you, Dave?
Yo, follow me. Dave is Legend. Y'all can type in just Dave Legend. It'll pop up everywhere. Follow Mirror Talks.
Yeah, it's on.
We working on something where we gonna we gonna
much.
marry the two.
Don't give us too much.
So
Yeah,
follow the Mirror Talk show.
YouTube,
Instagram, TikTok. Follow that. Yeah.
And Dave is Legend on.
Dave is Legend. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Go ahead.
Me at It's Dino on Instagram and TikTok, as well as the Dean Collective. That's my art page. All things art, music, tattoos. You can follow me on that as well.
And you got a YouTube that you're working on.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, it's also the deep.
Go ahead and put that out there now.
Yeah, I'm cooking up some, you know.
What's the YouTube handle?
YouTube is of the Dean Collective as well.
Okay.
So just go on YouTube, type in the Dean Collective, and I got a lot of really cool content coming there very soon. So
Cool.
tap in. Yes, sir.
Love that. And as you guys know, you can find me on Instagram at It's Kenesha B and on Threads. And follow the podcast on Instagram, Threads, TikTok at To The Crown Pod. That's the number 2, The Crown Pod. Final reminders before we get out of here. Again, end of season 1. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me this entire season. It has been a beautiful journey, and I'm hella excited to see what season 2 looks like. If you've got any ideas that you want me to work on for season 2, if you want to be a part of the podcast for season 2, make sure you DM me or comment below. You can email me at itskanishaB@gmail.com. And yeah, just like stay tuned for more. Also, I launched my retreat, Glow Forward. Yes, it's so good. Okay, so if you are looking for a space to unmask, to align, and to meet your purpose so that you can glow forward, definitely check out itskanishaB.com/glowforward so that you can sign up for the retreat. It'll be hosted in Pattaya, Thailand, March 19th to the 25th of next year. And I would love to see you there. Bring good vibes only. Okay. And yeah, definitely follow the podcast on all socials. You got some time to catch up on the whole season 1. Got 31 affirmations, 31 episodes for you. Make sure, like I said, you tap into the affirmation deck so you can follow along on the journey. And you can pick this up at heyfriendhey.com. That's it, beautiful people. We out of here. Thank you, friends.
You got cards?
Yeah, I got a whole affirmation card deck.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Is that what we picked from?
This is not the same one. Yeah.
Okay.
This is my affirmation deck that I made when I got out of a bad relationship and I was talking negatively to myself. And I would write affirmations to myself. So it's called Daily Affirmations for a Friend because I needed a friend at the time. And so I wrote all these affirmations in a journal. And like 2 years later, I turned it into a deck to use with other people.
Yeah, well, 3 years later, turned into a podcast.
Yeah, now it's a
love
podcast.
that.
Right.
I
So,
love
right.
that.
From like a terrible breakup to a podcast. It's
See what that
literally.
do?
I mean, come on. Again.
That grip.
Anyway,
Still need that grip. That goes back to what me and Dean said.
And I did that to
Need
myself. I
story.
definitely did that to myself.
Right.
Yeah. I manifested
always
all
like
of that.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah, like,
But I mean, again, look at me now, right? A whole podcast host, a whole like affirmation deck creator, a whole retreat facilitator, a whole life and certified business coach. Yeah, and a friend of friends, and a married woman. I mean, it's like, yeah, what am I gonna do next? Island owner, yeah. I just keep going up. Okay, cheers to the end of season 1. Thanks for.
Love y'all.